But then one other thing I'll point out is Daniel 12, 1 and 2. This is a scene in which Daniel says that one day many who sleep in the dust will awaken. That's a euphemism for coming back to life. Some to everlasting life, right? So some are going to rise and live forever. But others, he says, will rise instead to shame and everlasting contempt. Well, if only some are going to rise and live forever, it follows that others will rise and not live forever, which is only true in conditionalism. It's not true in eternal torment or universalism. And, and we could talk about the language of eternal contempt, but contempt is a word that describes how others think about the people who are held in contempt. Contempt doesn't describe something the wicked person experiences. It describes how they're perceived or remembered by others. So the fact that Daniel says it's shame and everlasting contempt doesn't get believers in eternal torment anywhere. What is interesting, though, is they don't get eternal life. So the idea that the wicked will rise and live forever just does not fit Daniel 12, 1 and 2. Now, there are a lot of other passages we could look at, but I'm just trying to encourage people to think about not where can I find hell in the Old Testament, but rather what can I find in the Old Testament that has bearing on what awaits the ungodly. And if you ask that question, you find an awful lot, and all of it sounds like annihilationism and conditionalism, not the other views.